Bam and Inoue. Inoue gave a deadline, like it needs to be February. Do you feel like that's too soon for your guy jumping the weights? You know,
No, it's not too soon, and hopefully they see this. Look, I've been seeing that. I seen the same thing, but the first thing I do is I call, obviously Matchroom, and they haven't heard anything, at least from Eddie himself. Eddie himself on the phone, he hasn't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. So I don't know why, or I don't know where that's coming from. Where Inoue's saying, if it's not in February, well, call us, ask us, let us know. I'm down. We're ready. Bam's gonna fight. Bam said yes to Tank Davis. Bam said yes. Yeah, let's fight. Tank Davis sent him a private message challenging him, and Bam's like, yeah, let's do it. Bam's not afraid of nobody. Bam knows that he could compete against anybody. So all we need is that phone call. I don't know if they're talking to somebody. I don't know who can they be. It's me or Eddie. You know what I mean? But Eddie told me, this last couple of days that no, he hasn't heard anything. I haven't heard anything either.
Robert, so I did the research on it, and I saw Inoue fought at 118 for 4 years. He's been at 122 now for going on 4
Correct.
years. So what makes you think your kid with one fight at 18 could then jump, well, it would be 2 fights by February, but just 1 or 2 fights and then go up to an all-new weight class, 2 weight class jump in a year or so, and beat a guy who's the best pound for pound?
Look, it's not an easy task. It's a tough task, especially when you're going in against somebody like Inoue. But look, we're not. Have you seen that happen before?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when a fighter's talented, the fighter has the heart. The fighter knows what it takes. Not afraid of anybody, willing to fight anybody in the world. That's what it takes. That's a fighter like Bam, a fighter like Crawford, to move up in divisions and be able to beat the best in the division. That's what it takes. And I think Bam has it, just like Crawford did against Canelo, just like we've seen other times. Fighters jumping up in weight class to beat the best in the division. It's happened quite a few times. I think Bam could do it too. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. Inoue's a very, very talented fighter, very strong, very fast. But Bam's got skills, man. Bam's got great skills.
Well, all right, and I'm not throwing shade here. I'm not being funny, but I know what people are thinking in the boxing world. And I think they would say, well, why would this be Crawford, Canelo, and not Mikey going up against Spence? They always love that quote that we see something with Spence. I'm sure you see something with Inoue. Why would this not, why is it not going to go that way where you're just...
We're not, Mikey we were telling Mikey no, and he was pushing and pushing. We're not pushing for this fight either. We got a great contract. We got a great deal with DAZN and Matchroom to where Bam doesn't need to, he's not asking us to push for that fight. He's ready to fight in November. He's ready to fight in November at unification against Chispa Medina if we could make it happen, if Eddie could make it happen, which I think they could, or any of the other champions. And then early next year we could go again against another champion at 118. So we're not rushing, or we're not pushing, we're not pressing to make that fight. But they haven't called me. If they call me, if they call Eddie and we talk and we consider it, then we could actually consider the fight. It's not like we're the ones chasing that fight. We're in no rush. Believe me, Bam has a beautiful contract. Bam is doing really well. So we're not chasing that big payday. We're not chasing that big fight against Inoue. If it never happens, Bam's still gonna be a Hall of Famer. Bam's still gonna be one of the best of all times. But Bam's not afraid to fight Inoue. If they call us and offer us the fight, we're definitely going to consider it, because we know Bam has the skills, the talent, the footwork, the accuracy, speed, the power to do well.
Yeah, and you just touched on it right there, but to ask anyways, what does he have to counteract the guy who's looked at as the more explosive athlete and the naturally bigger guy at this stage of their life and in their careers?
Look, my job as a trainer, I studied fights that are possible fights that I could have, which is Inoue. Inoue's last couple of performances, I've seen it. He also has things that we could take advantage, especially when you have somebody like Bam, who doesn't let go of those opportunities, who doesn't let go of those chances, who could actually make a change from one round to another. You guys seen it in his last fight. The first 2-3 rounds were not easy, but it took one round to make that change. and then knocks him out in the following round. You know, Bam is really good at that. He listens. He's smart in the ring, and he also listens to his corner and follows instructions. So I think a lot of those things we could take into that fight. I'm not saying that, oh, I found a way to beat Inoue. I'd be stupid to say that. But can it happen? Yes, I think.
Could he take the power, you think?
I think the power is crazy, but you know, he's got crazy power. But look, Bam is, you know, when you have a fighter that's not afraid of anybody, and that is willing to take those challenges. I think even those type of fighters, you could take their punch because you believe in yourself. The moment that you're already, well, I'm not really sure about that fighter, or he's too strong, you're gonna go down easier. But if you have that mentality of, nah, man, I want to fight the best, I can compete against the best, you're gonna be able to take the punch better because it's already in your mind, it's already in your body, it's already in your brain. Where no, I'm better than this guy, I could beat this guy. A lot of these big fights have to do with the way you think, the way you had camp. You know, when you're surrounded by nothing but positive people around you, not negative people. You know, if you bring something negative, then that goes into the fight and that could affect you.